Hey, you guys, how you doing? Sorry. Yeah, I'm back. Because apparently either either some specific person isn't as sick as they say, or they think that they're, you know, stressing me out to sickness or something. I don't know, like how they I don't know. Justify their behaviors. I don't know. Hold on, just working on getting something here. Hey, Rachel. Well, I had a specific thing I wanted to show you, but unfortunately, we're gonna move on to something different because I want to know what you guys think about what message. That's over, right, Tanger? Am I right? Is that over? Pretty sure. Am I right? I think so. Now, disclaimer, I do not own all the rights to all the audio being played within this. I was just told by someone that I should check it out because it was real derogatory, they said. What kills me is the lies that they spread to some people, and they fire them up. They fuel them up by saying lies to these people.
Hey, Kimber.
And they make them believe it.
I'm sorry. I should have deleted that one. I was running late and, like, I wasn't even thinking.
Now, over the last couple of days, you guys know I had that like 12-hour live stream, and I had then I had what, like a 7, 8 hour live stream the other day, and Luna had to call in sick for work today. Not that I'm not laughing about sick. I'm laughing about the fact that I told you guys there's always a method to my madness. Hi, Nina.
You can dish it out, but you can't take it. You know.
But nobody dished it out to you. We were being nice, and then I came in there and
Friend, okay. Evidently, it's okay to make.
nobody was making fun of anybody. I'm just saying.
Girl, just
Oh, Jesus, I can't have that going on.
chill.
Oh, it's okay for their fucking dogs to bark, I guess, huh? Okay for their dogs to bark, but if Roscoe fucking growls, it's a big deal. Of course it is, because they are too fucking ashamed of the shit they say.
Net net, your little friend, okay? Evidently, it's okay to make fun of me in body.
But you didn't see that anywhere, Lou. Can you honestly say, with all your heart, that you saw that anywhere, or that people just told you that? Mine was good, Night Owl. I hope yours was good. Can you honestly say that you saw anything like that?
Shame me and all this other jazz. But God forbid, let Lou say something and act like a goofy fuck for a few minutes. And I'm just.
No, it wasn't that way, though. That's the thing. Can't you think that maybe somebody lied and they fueled you up?
Big fucking mean ass bully. You can dish it out, but you can't take it. You know? Not one time on my channel
in your live stream that night that wouldn't answer you. That wasn't her in your live stream. Oh, come on, Tucker. Every time I'm live. Every time. Ow. Oh. Tucker.
if I ever bullied anybody. I have always screamed, no drama.
Except when it comes to certain people on my channel, you don't mind being mean to the people that, like, when Night Owl went over there to give you support during the time with the dog, you know, Catherine, I think you said something about Catherine Guthrie. You said shit about me. I mean, I like it. Inspector Gadget. I'm Dr. Doolittle. Dr. Doolittle. Luna says, Mary is not a good person. End of story. Yes, she is, Luna. Give it a rest. Yes, she is. That's not the end of the story.
I'm going to do my channel whether you like it or not. I'm going to say what the fuck I want to, whether you like it or not.
Man. I don't understand how these people don't understand they are creating so much stress for themselves. You're being fueled. You came on YouTube as a channel owner. You created a channel. I'm sorry, as a channel creator. Lou, Mary, NetNet, myself, Sharon, all different people. Because I know, I don't know why she thinks that, Tanger. Because you had a story to tell. Probably a real important, gut wrenching story. Life. Your life story. You thought people might could relate or be interested, being encouraging, being supportive. And you had every right in the world to think that, Traveler Girl. You had every right in the world to think that. I can understand how somebody like Bobbles can make you feel, yeah, nobody was talking about me. Yeah, just because they fucking took it down doesn't mean they weren't talking about me. There's screenshots, buddy. You saw Inspector Gadget was there. I mean, give it a rest. Um, their problem is that they don't like the fact that we are honest, good people here, and we truly like people and have hope for society and for the future, and we care about little kids who feel like there's their whole, when so much nowadays is based on jobs, running people's names and stuff, and all this, once on the internet always on the internet. You know, this behavior of adults, this aggressive, disgusting behavior by adults that were probably bullies when they were children are bullying you, Lou. You think it's us, but when do you see us over there? You saw me there the other night. I got kicked out right away. Do you know why? Because they saw, there's a crack of goodness coming in there. There's a little ray of sunshine coming in there, a ray of honesty and integrity. Get her out of here quick. Why do you think they're attacking NetNet? Because she was truly trying to run a stream that wasn't, you know, listen, Lou, you look so stressed. You do. You do. You do. I hear all of them sniffing and complaining. Aussie Amy complaining, feeling sick. Bobbles was sick. Luna had to take time off work. Uh, yeah, they have to make shit up, Lou. Don't you get it? That's how badly they, trust me, they're making shit up, Lou. They're the ones making you feel bad about your body. They are. They are. They are. They're the ones making you have to keep talking about something. That's why they bring up cancer, to make me keep talking about cancer. That's why they bring up things all the time, to make other people have to keep talking about things that they're trying to, I mean, seriously, Lou, you've never been harassed or spoken badly about by anybody here. Neither has Mary Mary. Net, we had our little things with her, but we, at the end of the day, basically, nobody had even said anything. I didn't even know Connie Miller's deceased daughter's name, and she was already making videos 3 months ago claiming I was talking about her daughter in them. But clearly, there's nowhere where I am talking about her. Good night, Rachel. The screenshots. We got them. Let's just keep them. I mean, it's apparent. I mean, I thought we'd hear a little bit of what's going on with this one, and
and this is Lou's motherfucking corner. It's nobody else's. Y'all with me or against me? You know. Now I do know someone that lies like a motherfucking rug, and that's Mary. She wants to go fuck.
wow, there was no animosity between them. Isn't that a shame? Lou, do you really not know what they're doing, or do you know?
Hard. We seen how hard she went the other night when she never fucking owned up to what she was fucking doing, and it was proven what she said. She body shamed me. How dare her? I've never done nothing to her.
How was it proven? How was it proven?
That was fucking cruel. But you know what? Whatever. Whatever. I'm over it. I'm over it. You know, I said what I said. Hey, I said it. I said it. At least I can admit.
Wow. Now they got somebody in there called WD-40 saying she has to live with her mama in order to take care of her kids. She instigates. They're trying to get them against her against Debbie.
What I said.
They're
At least
saying
I can say, yeah, I made fun of you. I'm not fucking going behind your fucking back.
She didn't go behind your back.
Back and doing it. I mean, come on. You can dish it out, but you can't take it. That's stupid. That's fucked up, man.
I want to know how it was proven, though. I want to know where it was proven. It's a shame to do that to people.
Now I'm going to read for a second. She didn't catch my breath. I know, Diana, and I'm wound for sound right now. I'm chilling.
What a shame.
Just a bunch of bullshit, Robin. Just people being stupid. Mary threw the boomerang to you, and of course it.
Now, wait a minute. Robin Harvey. Doesn't she come from Sharon's? Does WD-40 as well? Okay.
Would come back to her.
Wait a minute here.
Well, Lena, you get up and have a cup of coffee with me, okay? See this big ass fucking cup?
And we got hippie chick from Jules, right?
Did to it or something quick. But I don't understand why anybody would have an issue with what I done last night or said about Maddie. I don't understand it.
Nobody did have an issue with that. No, they backtracked on that and said, oh, well, vaguely, she said it.
I know Winnie, everybody loves to see Rags. You know, she's my little mascot.
Tina Elaine is also
Gabriella, yes,
also from Sharon. Is Kelly Kane from Sharon?
Fine, how are you? Hey, Tina Elaine. And yesterday, during my live yesterday, all I'm going to say is thank
Mm.
y'all, because I don't want to put it out there because that's just more bullshit for people to say. But for the ones that, thank y'all so much. I solely appreciate that. Can't stand peace. Well, Gabriel, I'm glad you got your tat. She can believe what she wants to believe. I do not lie. I am 100. Can't stand peace.
Diana
Well,
Santos.
Gabriel, I'm glad you got your tat.
Hmm. Night, Rachel. You would have been interested in what they were saying about you and Ollie's, but we're not.
And with Net, I don't know what's going on with her. You know, um, she can believe what she wants to believe. I do not lie. I am 100.
I don't think it's about that you were lying. It's about that you're believing other people's lies and you're going along with it.
You know,
Winnie says, I don't view you as an ex addict. I know you work hard for your sobriety, and that should be applauded. But I only see Lou, a sweet woman with a good channel. See how Winnie had to put that out there. You see that? Wow.
thank you, Winnie. Bless your heart. Thank you so much. Hey, Strawberry, my little berry.
Mm. We're going to speed her up to even more than what she's already sped up.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes.
And what was that I just skipped by accident? Mm.
And I just wouldn't say something if it wasn't true.
You do, though. Cray Cray was just looking for a reason to put the word Maddie in her title, so she used a comeback to your chat topic. It's all just a game to her. Mm.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, Luna. Hey, Jesse, how are you?
Jesse who? Jesse Hope? I wonder who this lipstick is. Don't miss a mind to me. That's what was then. What that was when I was gonna go live and play that, and fucking I missed it. She was already done.
I'm okay, Miss Jessie. I just wanted to address some things real
Yeah,
quick.
Jesse Hope. So we've got the mixture in there of Bobbles, Sharon, and Jules. Yep. Oh, jeez, who cares about that? That guy fucking needs a voice changer and he goes around harassing women.
And get it out of the way.
Look at this, see? Gabriella says, I didn't even know you were an addict until people dragged it up. Like, so what? You're recovering and that's amazing. Don't let people drag you down. You got this. What the fuck, man?
Thank you, Gabriella. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm in recovery. I have been walking that, walk and talk in my recovery. I'm very proud of myself because with everything
you know what that is?
I have been
that
going
is like in between. They're trying basically to point out that they know that about her. She's revealed that she's probably revealed addresses, family names to these people personally. Man, if she turned around and ever fucking started supporting over here, they'd fuck her over. They'd fuck her over. That's all they do.
through and then being,
Hi, Bobby.
told what I was told a couple of weeks ago. And y'all know what Lou's going through. I think I'm doing pretty damn good. And, you know, I haven't slipped.
What a shame.
I haven't drank nothing. So, okay, Tina Lane, love you back, shut. I'm not, I try, I don't know.
Remember when I said the reason why I make my live stream so long is because I know people have to work in the mornings and I'm exhausting them. And fucking Luna had to call in sick for work today. She said she feels guilty about it.
About her. And the easy. Being newly diagnosed and you know,
Nearly
nothing.
diagnosed. That's
So,
what it is. I want to know, newly diagnosed. What does that mean?
okay, Tina Lane, love you back, Shug. No, it's not easy. It's not easy. Being newly diagnosed and
Newly diagnosed with what?
It is scary, but I try not to think about it. I got to go to the doctors, and it's always something. But
Newly diagnosed with what?
I just keep on pushing.
Hi, Tommy. Newly diagnosed with what? What is she saying she's newly diagnosed with?
Thank you, Strawberry, because I haven't. I've never talked about Debbie. I've never said nothing about her. And the only time I talked about Mary was when she was talking about me the other day.
But you don't even know
whenever
she was. Whenever she was. Or whenever she was. Or whenever she was. See, you don't even know. You're attacking a woman. She took down her whole channel because of them attacking her. And you don't even know whenever she was. I'll believe it when it comes from her mouth. Let's smile together.
I don't know.
Because the other day I saw her tell Spartan Dan that it was breast cancer, stage 3. Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Lipstick, I've got liver. I'm not even going to say the rest of it. But anyways, and I try. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I had a biopsy done and it come back. So,
So what's your treatment plan? What's her treatment plan then? Yeah, I thought she said it a long time ago myself.
I think like If you don't think about it, you go take care of your business, but you don't think about it, that means you're not going to feed it. The first thing they told me, they were like, do not, your stress level has got to calm down. And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. You know, yeah. And there's fucking pigs flying outside. So, thank you, Jesse. Don't feel guilty, Luna. Hey, Brandy Southern girl. Thank you. I'm extra right now, and I'm trying not to be. Yes, I also have that as well, Brandy.
Johnson has one as
If you
well.
don't think about it, you go take care of your business, but you don't think about it, that means you're not going to feed it. The first thing they told me, they're like, do not, your WD-40, it's up in the chat, hun.
I don't know. I mean,
Honestly, I don't even like saying it.
but she sat in a live stream where they
And I
sat
think
there.
because of all this shit that's going on and going down, um, normally I wouldn't pay it no attention, but I'm extra right now, and I'm trying not to be.
They're doing it on purpose to you because you said you had cancer.
But I do have a support system, and
Um,
you know, um, I do have a support system. Yeah, it is strawberry.
Strawberry says, I feel you, Lou. It's hard sometimes when people say things that aren't true. It's weird.
Thank you, Jesse. Yes, they are. They are. And yes, Winnie, they are. Yeah, Kimbers, that's what I had to get done was the liver biopsy. Yeah, I think you were in my chat um, when I had that done. I'm cool, WD-40. Thank you.
Kimber said she's supposed to get a liver biopsy done, but can't afford it. And Trey says, really, Kimber's insurance won't afford it?
I don't understand why your insurance won't cover it, Kimbers.
I should have had the
Yes,
biopsy
Kane,
done years
you.
ago and put it off. Now I can't afford it. Diana Santos says, you have no option for free medical care, Kimber? And yet they're all giving her a prayer hand. And yet, for me, they were demanding, they're saying, bullshit. This person's had cancer before and they paid for that. Bullshit. Bullshit. Insurance doesn't work that way. Bullshit. Bullshit. So it's okay, Lou, you don't like to think about your diagnosis, but I'm being forced to consistently be accused and have complete strangers talking shit about me. What if Bobbles was saying, You didn't have liver cancer. You just had cirrhosis of the liver from drinking so much. What if Bobbles had a live stream about you saying that, huh?
Kimbers, I'm going to pray that you can get this done because it's very important. Thank you, Brandy. No, no, baby, we don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. I hope,
Luna says, Kimbers, look and see if there's a program that will help you out for free as part of their program. Fuck you, Luna. You fucking vicious bitch. All those bitches in there pretending that they give a fuck about any of those people in there saying that they have a bout with cancer. Don't. They don't. Let me remind you of what they've been doing to somebody with actual fucking medical records and videos up of somebody with chemo. Let me remind you of how they made fun of people with mastectomy and didn't give a shit who was listening. You need to remember that while Lou and the people in her chat room, if there's anybody in her chat room that actually gives a crap when they're doing their prayer circles. Yeah, I seem to have to prove everything. Yeah. Everybody else, though, it's fine. Not everybody else. I'm saying in their room. And God looks at how you treat everyone. He looks. He looks.
so, like, Maddie gets on my nerves and stuff, but Maddie still has a beating heart.
Thank you,
And I don't want to
Jennifer.
see that girl, I mean, we've watched her for how many years now, you know?
A
Yeah,
bleeding
Kimberly, it
heart.
sucks. That's what caused all.
Maddie still has a bleeding heart. Do you know where that phrase comes from? It's not bleeding heart liberals. It's not, those rotten do-gooders. But it is. It is, in a way. But it comes from Jesus's bleeding heart. That blood that spilled, that was from his heart. I really have my doubt that he, was still alive. Because when they do these uh, educational shows, on history and stuff, where they're talking about the crucifixion and could he have been killed the way that, the nails were put in and stuff like that. They fail to mention, it seems, that they took a spear and they stuck it through his side into his heart. Into his heart. The blood that came out, that poured, it wasn't from the nails in his hands and his feet. It was from the spear in his heart. That's why when they call somebody good, oh, those bleeding heart liberals, oh, those bleeding heart, because apparently to rotten people, we're supposed to, and I am offended in a way that they would take somebody like Jesus, who was spreading the good word, kill him, say, "Where's your God now?" And then go around and use that term, you should have said she still has a heart. Somebody's heart is bleeding. They're dying. Just said Maddie still has a heart.
All this.
Ugh. Some people in there with their stupid fucking shit in the background.
Thank you, Luna. I always defended her, but okay. I guess she wants to fucking start something with somebody. I don't know.
Wow, so
Whatever.
there you go.
And
Now
the only reason why I done that to Mary is because she threw.
they're fueling her against Debbie now too. Because Debbie comes in here. Murdered. Murdered. Yeah, murdered. Nobody volunteered to do that. And if they knew who it was supposed to be, and if he volunteered to do it, Judas wouldn't have had to come up and give him the kiss of death to fucking, signify, to give the signal to the soldiers that were there or, take him in. Which one was Jesus? Here's the thing though. How do we know that that was Jesus that Judas went up to and kissed? That's where the phrase kiss of death comes from. I mean, if they did know that when he went in there, Judas actually, the money that Judas was supposed to be paid, but didn't he end up they killed him anyway, Judas, didn't they? He that money went towards creating the term potter's field comes from the Bible as well, which is for people who had no money to get buried. Now, it's very possible that it was a pauper that took the task on of becoming the greatest story ever told. Jesus could have walked right out of there. It's to be expected. I've seen her do it before, and I know. It's not shocking. What would have been shocking would have been if she was, as good as we hoped. Because I've seen her say a lot of shit based on stupidity of, ignorance, not stupidity, ignorance of, oh, 1 minute she's subscribed, 1 minute she isn't. And of course, that's fine. That's, oh, I didn't know Connie, where'd Connie Mater, what Connie had a live too? Okay, sit down, sit down. Okay, move. Okay, move. Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know how Connie could have modded her though in this live stream. This is what's her name? Lou.
Wishing someone to relapse. What the fuck?
Who said somebody wished somebody to relapse?
Oh, okay, Chelsea. I just know, like, if that was my sister, or I would kidnap her. I would do anything, anything.
Yeah, I know. It's been going on a while. I watched it for a while. Oh, wait a minute. I know it was Amy.
Yes, I know strawberries. There's plenty of other people that do that, but I don't do that.
Annette is a bad troll. She's using Net's real name. She keeps sending people to do readings. Diana Santos says. All right. So anyway, it is. It is. Okay. So anyway, so this woman here, whatever. I can't. Yeah. It's what I want to ask you guys. Okay. So the other day, when I had come across a particular live stream that I thought was kind of strange. First of all, when you're not a mental health expert, should you be really giving mental health help? So called. But this particular live stream about was about I don't know. You guys tell me what you think it's about. Okay? You guys tell me what you think, how it comes across to you. Disclaimer, I do not own all the rights for the audio contained within this video, but I am showing it within fair use guidelines and just for commentary purposes and educational purposes only.
Looks like everyone had fun at the what was it, the bubble cut trivia. That's good. So, just want to reiterate, today's subject is about.
So this is Aussie Amy, okay? Okay? And I'd like you guys' opinion. Tell me what you think about this particular message that is being conveyed here. And I'm not saying towards anybody in particular. I'm just saying across the board.
Really interesting topic to cover, and that's why I covered it. Yeah, I don't know if it's a change in weather or if it's a little bit of allergies, but yeah, I can feel something coming.
That something is coming in. Hey, Cassidy. We are just about to start Aussie Amy's live stream. I'd like to get an opinion on what kind of message this conveys.
Hold on. So let's get stuck into it. So I thought today's subject would be if you notice, well, it's basically responding to unusual behaviour for a loved one or someone that you know.
Yep, this is how they are going to respond to what they deem unusual behavior.
Because a lot of people always ask advice. What should I do?
A lot of people ask her advice.
do if I notice someone, and it's a pretty tricky subject to navigate, in my opinion. In my opinion. Yeah, pollen. Obviously, this is just the research I've done, and if you are really worried about someone, you need to go, obviously, to the professionals and stuff. But this is just some tips that maybe
Right. So if you're really worried about somebody, go to a professional if you're really worried about somebody. But if you just want to fuck with them, here's some tips.
Can take with them if they ever have to deal with situations like that. So let's get to it. Anyone want to talk about anything before we start? Yes, no, maybe, sometimes.
Right, Kendra? Exactly.
I'm going to have to keep putting the camera off before my nose, sorry, but. All right, let's do it. So, I'll do a bit of an overview first, and
okay.
Then we'll touch on behaviour and mental health, and how behaviour and mental health, how they're related. And then I'll go into some specific, like delusions.
Now, we know one of the biggest bullies around is Carrie Ann. Not Carrie Ann Brown, Carrie Ann. And she says, Connie, I'm sorry, I was getting out of the shower. Did you say outpatient?
Paranoia. And we'll touch on a little bit of that. I think that's really
delusions and paranoia.
Interesting to know about and what to look out for. So, if you have a friend or family member with a mental illness, some of their behaviour might worry you. So this section suggests some ways to deal with unusual behaviour. Let's rock and roll. Overview. Unusual behaviour.
Okay, let's see. Let's rock and roll.
This says relative, but I'll just say in a person. Okay, I'll just put it in a person.
I don't think she has any, but.
Unusual behaviour in a person is often the hardest part of mental illness for people to understand, accept, and cope with. There are lots of reasons why people do things. Not everything a person does is because of their illness. All situations and relationships are different. What works
yes.
for you might not work for someone else. You may have to change your approach when the person's moods change. It can take time for things to change. It can help to keep trying and to be positive.
You might find positive. What is that? Positive.
Helpful to keep a record of the things you have tried and whether you thought they were helpful or unhelpful. Not all suggestions will work for you. At the end of the sheet, if anyone wants it, at the end of the sheet, there's like a template diary.
Yes, she's reading something. Yeah.
That you can use it for a guide if you
ever
need it.
No, she's not.
So, when it says relative in this section, they mean anyone who they know with a mental illness, even if they're not related to them. So, behaviour and mental health.
Got to make that clear. Even if they're not related to them.
How are behaviour and mental health related? Behaviour includes the things we say, the places we go, body language, gestures and movements. Behaviour may be affected by personality, moods and emotions, relationships with other people.
I'm going to try speeding this up even more. Tell me if it's too fast.
Culture, current life events, previous experiences, habits, physical illness, mental illness or other mental disorders, medication, drug or alcohol use, and other circumstances such as tiredness, pain, stress, or confusion.
Is it too fast?
The reasons why we do things are complex. Nobody fully understands the reasons for all of their own behaviour. We all do something without realising it or knowing where the behaviour came from. Yes, surroundings definitely affect mood. Definitely. Mental illness affects the way people behave. You may feel that that the person's illness has a big impact on their behaviour, but there may be other things that affect them too, such as those mentioned in the list above. So we can only give
so she's just reading stuff. She's only reading things. Yeah.
Someone with unusual behaviour. Hey, it's me, lol. How are you? So we'll start with delusions and paranoia.
Delusions and paranoia. No, paranoia.
What are delusions? Delusions are false beliefs For example, the person may believe that, now this is a really common one I've found in doing my research, that people are trying to poison them.
Okay.
This is another really typical one. They are being targeted by the police, or that they are on a special mission. People often have delusions as part of
Oh, that they are on a special mission. Oh. So they think that Jesus had delusions. They think that all people trying to help people. Well, in fact, Amy, you've been doing your little mental health thing, like as if it's some kind of a mission for you. Is that a delusion? That you're a psychiatrist?
psychosis. So I'm going to go into a little bit about psychosis here.
No, we know that. Yeah, we know.
Click on my other one. Sorry, I've got about 3 or 4, maybe 5 different tabs. Because it's really
Dominic's in there and Ace Adema, if you remember, those are my ex-mods.
actually interesting when I looked into.
We know that, Cassidy.
Hello to anyone I've missed.
So she's flipping through to find something that
Psychosis.
she thinks is relevant.
Why do I always jinx myself?
I don't know. Why do you?
Really silly like that. Sorry, I'm just trying to find where I've
highlighted that it's most relevant.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Psychosis. Okay, psychosis is a term used to describe when people lose some contact with reality. Common symptoms of psychosis are hearing voices or having strong beliefs that are not shared by people within your community. For example,
oh, like good behavior. I get it. Like anti-cyberbullying. Oh, so that means it's a psychosis.
you may be worried that the government is trying to harm you and your loved ones. Psychosis can be a one-off experience or be linked to other long-term mental health conditions. Some people can make a complete recovery. There is no single cause of psychosis. Researchers suggest that the environment and someone's genetics.
I can't believe she's just like reading off this thing. That's not doing research.
May cause psychosis.
That's
psychosis
reading somebody else's research. It's reading someone else's research.
Physical health problems, such as a brain tumor. You should be offered medication and talking therapy to help with your experiences if they are distressing. What is psychosis? Psychosis is a term used to describe when a person interprets or perceives reality in a different way to those around them.
Thank God she read us that. Yeah, like peanut butter. Yeah, like peanut butter. Or Detroit Deadpool having to use a voice changer because he thinks people are, he thinks he's that important that he can't use his own voice.
If you experience psychosis, you may process the world around you differently.
Or Ollie putting on her videos private because she thinks, ooh, somebody's gonna get me. Somebody's gonna get me.
Other people. You might see or hear things that others do not. Hey, Canada, where are you been? Oh, that's sorry. Okay.
A little bit of my evilness coming up.
She's okay. We all need our mums no matter how old we are. It's very good to see.
There goes Ollie. There goes Ollie. Carrie Ann says, I knew someone who had brain cancer, and they thought the FBI was watching them. There we go with the cancer. There we go. There we go. There you go.
Yeah. Thank you for popping in, Canada.
So don't you get it, Carrie Ann? That wouldn't even be fucking relevant to what she's talking about because the person had brain cancer. You're such a fucking douchebag, Carrie.
Some people describe psychosis as a break from reality. There are different terms used to describe psychosis, such as psychotic symptoms.
No, that would be drugs. Drugs are a break from reality. Don't you listen to fucking Jim Morrison?
Or psychotic experience. If you are experiencing psychosis for the first time, this can sometimes be called first episode of psychosis.
Could it be that if it's the first time that it would be called the first episode? Isn't that crazy? Are you sure it's not the fourth episode? Are you sure? I don't know.
Psychosis.
Oh, there's Fifth Dimension. We all know their psychiatry capabilities.
As a symptom of mental illness, but this isn't necessarily the case. Psychosis is not always because of a mental illness. There are many theories about what causes people to experience psychosis. Hey, Ollie.
Yep, she did.
How are you? You may not find it helpful to think
evil as usual, honey. Thank you for asking.
Your experiences as symptoms of a mental illness. You may have a different reason as to why you experience psychosis. For example, now this is actually a good point to make here. Due to traumatic experiences, you may live with psychosis. And I know a lot of people who have had traumatic experiences. Psychosis. The way you experience psychosis may be different to the way someone else experiences psychosis.
Christine F. says, hello to all the bushwhackers listening. No. It's called lurking and jerking or fingering and lingering and fingering.
Some people make a complete recovery from psychosis. Common symptoms
of bushwhackers here.
Psychosis are hallucinations, delusions, cognitive impairments. So what are hallucinations? These are when you...
No, it's me, LOL. You should be thanking the person who wrote the article for taking the time.
See, hear, smell. That's okay, it's me. No problems. These are things when you see, hear, smell, taste, or feel things that other people don't. For example, when you hear voices or sounds that other people can't. Seeing things which other people do not see.
Okay, yeah.
Tasting things when you haven't.
Yeah, we got you. We hear you. We hear you.
When you haven't had or eaten something. That's a really interesting one, the tasting one, isn't it? That's really interesting. Feeling someone touch you who is not there. Smelling things.
That's called a poltergeist. Or no, an entity. Remember that movie, Entity?
Things which other people cannot. Hearing voices or other sounds is the most common type of hallucination. For example, the voices may be female or male. It could be someone you know or someone...
Not dog. Dominic says, Carrie, my cousin Christy died of brain cancer when she was 18. She just graduated from high school. And that's very sad, Dominic. But I don't think Carrie is the one that's going to really be the caring, compassionate person.
You've never heard. It could be a voice that you've never actually heard in your whole life. This is an interesting one also. It could be...
That's also schizophrenic. Okay, lady?
In a totally different language.
Oh my God.
Like a totally different language.
Just reading.
Once a month. Or you may hear voices every day that lie. I think you are a very powerful person or that you're God. These kinds of thoughts are called delusions of grandeur.
Gotcha. Oh, Phoebe Friday's in there. I thought she was only like had like she said the brain is very fascinating. I've always felt that you're only as good as your brain and its functioning. Phoebe Friday, you aren't from Australia. Oh, fucking hell no, are you from Australia? Because Ace, who is from Australia, writes, I hear voices when I tape, when I watch it back, but spelled BAK. And you can tell she's not writing some big paragraph because she's not, with the language, just like Pink. When Pink won't write no big paragraphs like that. Phoebe Friday writes, the brain is so very fascinating. So very fascinating. No, not Australian. I've always felt that you're only ever as good as your brain and its functioning. You are not from Australia, lady. Mm-mm-mm.
You may not always find delusions or your unusual beliefs distressing, although people often do. You may be able to stay in work and function well even if you have these worries. Cognitive impairments. Cognitive impairments are ones that relate to mental actions such as learning. Now, this is an interesting one too. Remembering, and functioning. Some cognitive impairments associated with psychosis are, we need to listen, concentration problems, memory problems, which a
Who am I watching again? Who are we watching?
lot of people, I don't know, may not associate that as part of it, but it definitely is concentration and memory
And yet she needs to read everything she wants to tell these people.
problems, and difficulties in understanding new information.
Yes. Okay, lady. She might want to come up with her own thoughts on these things.
Severe stress or anxiety. Part of a neurological condition such as dementia, Alzheimer's, or Parkinson's. Some people also experience hallucinations if they are very tired. Um, Research shows men from Black, Asian, and minority ethnic backgrounds
I'm skipping through here.
change in sleep patterns, poor grooming or hygiene, difficulty in planning and setting goals, not saying much, changes in body language, lack of eye contact, reduced range of emotions, and less interest in socializing or hobbies and activities.
Oh, Jules is in there.
This is team, community mental health team. Do you have that over there? We have that here, community mental health team. Punky Brewster, I used to love Punky Brewster.
That's Jules.
Calma Johnson.
Hmm.
Hi Jules, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for
Strange.
coming in. I'm not blocking you even though you blocked me. Also,
I'm good, Crystal. How are you?
now where have I got? Now, talking therapies, which can be okay. That's um, another tricky one to navigate too. When someone is okay, say if you notice a friend is behaving differently, saying things that you're not understanding and stuff like that. Sometimes it's really tricky.
Okay.
Helpful to visualize the voices. If you are worried about talking back to your voices in public, you could pretend you are speaking to someone on the phone. Sometimes it's really tricky, as I said before, to navigate that conversation and talk to them in a way where you're not telling them, you know, write how many voices you have, how often you talk to them, what they are saying, how they make you feel, what to do to cope with each voice. Yeah, okay. If you are experiencing psychosis, like some self-management techniques. Um, so you speak to a supportive friend, family member, or someone else. Try relaxation techniques such as breathing exercises. Do things that you find relaxing.
They keep talking about she.
Stick now. Sleep is really important as well. I don't think a lot of us realise, especially me, how important sleep is, especially with mental health. Sleep is very, very important. Hey, Matt, how are you? How's the fam? Do regular exercises such as walking, swimming, yoga. Yoga's because I've actually seen that on a show. Yes, I do have extreme insomnia. I don't know. Yes, it says that too. Art, creativity, eh? Yes, it says that art. It says that actually here. Sport. Helpful to visualize the voices. If you are worried about talking back to your voices in public, you could pretend you are speaking.
What the hell is she talking about?
Encourage them to see a GP if you are worried about their mental health. And I think that's another tricky one to navigate too. When someone is okay, say if you notice a friend is behaving differently, saying things that you're not understanding and stuff like that. Sometimes it's really tricky, as I said before, to navigate that conversation and talk to them in a way where you're not telling them, you know, like outright.
I think I have an idea of who you might mean, fifth dimension. Because fifth dimension goes victim narcissist. That's what she is, a malignant victim narcissist.
That they're, if you know what I mean, like it's just really, really tricky to navigate that conversation. So it says here that you should definitely encourage them to see a doctor if you're worried about their mental health. Definitely. And people
I hope all is well for you, Riley. Hello.
should, if they are diagnosed, should have a care plan as well. That's a written document.
Yeah, so in the chat room, they're all talking about, I am good at avoiding those folks, Strawberry. I think I have an idea.
That a relative or friend get who is
best
responsible
thing
for
is
it. The care plan should always include a crisis
to avoid
plan.
them at all
But I think it's also really important if you are really worried about a person and you're worried about what they may do to themselves, worried about, because people can, we don't know what people are.
Okay, so this is where I want you to pay attention. Give me your opinion on where you think this room starts to go.
Thinking in their heads. Oh, I wanted to ask you guys about this. What are your thoughts? I wanted to ask you guys about this before I say what I think. What are you guys' thoughts? Say if you have a friend, you're really worried.
Okay. Just saying that the room has gone to this level where they're saying, "Oh, I think I know who you mean," and shit. Okay.
Worried about them. You're really worried about their behaviour. You can see that they're having some problems. What do you think about them contacting their family members to get them help? I say I'm all for that, and the research that I've seen shows that you should definitely do that.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. Positive vibes only, eh? Positive vibes only. Good vibes do attract, but negative vibes do attract certain people too.
No. That's not what's going on. She's reading about mental health, talking about what paranoid and what delusions are. Okay. Then the chat room, she clearly states this is not about anybody. Okay. The chat room goes on to start talking about, well, Ollie goes, I agree, Strawberry. I blocked someone today. I don't want in my chats to be uncomfortable, nor do I want to be. Fifth element in there, fifth dimension, sorry. Fifth dimension goes, I'm for it too, but it may come with repercussions.
I hate it when I miss all the good conversations that you have.
So she's laughing about them talking about me in her live stream.
Yes, Ollie, definitely. That's a big one caregivers do. Because believe me, you can get lost. Sun, vitamin D is very important too.
Wow. Elmer says, I am for that, especially if the person isn't receptive.
Yeah. I don't think ignoring is an option, in my opinion. Oh, definitely it's going to come with repercussions, but me personally, I would rather know that I've done everything possible than my conscience is clear, you know what I mean? Than if I don't do anything. Yeah. Hey, J8. Hey, J8. Yeah. I need to talk to everyone about what times to do.
What? About times? What times suit you?
Okay. Do you guys in America have mental health assessments? Did you know about that?
Wow. Are you guys hearing this?
It says here, if you are concerned that your friend or family member is a risk to themselves or other people, you could try. I suppose you maybe got something different over there. You could try and get a mental health act assessment.
So if it had nothing to do with anybody specific, why is she worried about America's laws? Why is it about a particular country's laws if it didn't have anything to do with wow.
So they have, obviously, then they have to get treatment. So the definition for what high.
Elmer the intern says, I would rather do all that I can to help someone and deal with repercussions later. Fifth dimension, yes, we do. Every county has a community mental health
The
department.
risk means is not being aware of hazards because of delusional thoughts or confusion, refusing to eat for fear that food is contaminated, threatening to.
Moonchild says, our wellness check suggested if family members do nothing to help the person. Ollie says, I agree, Amy. I need to be able to sleep at night and wouldn't be able to knowing someone was a harm to themselves or others.
To harm others due to delusions or severe paranoia. So you need to think about the following questions. Who is in danger of being harmed? What evidence do you have of this? Have they done it before? How has their behaviour changed? When did their behaviour change? Are they aggressive? If so, how? Have they tried to harm themselves or other people? If so, how? And when did it happen? Have they stopped eating, drinking, or bathing? Have you got any evidence
Not your baby doll. Hi. This was April 4th. I didn't know about it.
to show the changes in their behaviour? That is, if you want.
Connie M says, this is Amy's research and in her own opinion, allegedly. So peace out, bush watchers. Wow.
Want to get someone detained, obviously. I don't know. You call it 5150 or something over there? Maybe. Oh, Moon has a question.
We want to get someone detained. I want everybody to know that if anything ever does happen to me, please make sure to bring this to the attention at least, man, to whatever fucking YouTuber grabs onto it and fucking makes views saying, oh, this woman with cancer was bullied to death and YouTube didn't care and fucking this is what they did to her. I mean, man, it's not even about research. She's just trying to find ways to do this. Isn't it sick, man? Fifth Dimension says, I think the cops are good about wellness checks, Moon. At least that's my experience with the cops. Yeah, I bet you had some experience with the cops, Fifth Dimension. I sure bet you did.
Oh, so where is it? I'll put it up on the screen. So a wellness check suggested if family members do nothing to help. But that is a great question. That is a great question.
Mm.
Let me just.
Yes, but yeah, file reports on these people, man, please. They're planning stuff that is just wow. Ace, I mean, no, nice. Okay, I'm sorry. Wow.
That is a really good question. I can tell you what it says here.
Yep,
Okay.
you're right.
Now it depends.
You're right. Aussie Amy from April 4th.
There's all different.
They're saying 5150. And they're all putting laughing emojis all through it. That's sick shit, man.
Wow, let's see. I'll go on that side because that's where it was.
So you're saying if the family members don't fall for your fucking harassment, our wellness check suggested. I'm telling you, these people are breaking the fucking law. Phoebe Friday says, so times I feel that family may be more toxic for the person, thus not best to reach out to them for support. Just to mention says, unfortunately, currently, people have to be a danger to themselves or others in order to be picked up by the police if they don't go willingly. Ollie says, do one, then you have to leave it in their hands, in my opinion. Wow. This isn't just drama, secular. Yeah, but she was in there. She was in there, Tandra.
Because it has down the bottom. Okay. What are the signs that that the person may need help? All right. I'll read these and I think this will answer it, right?
That's what they're doing. That's what she's doing, Catherine. But she's in another country doing that, trying to incite people from another country, and they have stricter laws in Australia. Oh, I know, right, Night Owl? It's because they don't agree with the pointing out how cruel they are. They are, yeah, they are, Riley, yeah. Yeah, I know, right, Tandra?
So,
Connie M says, Elmer, who are you 5150ing with a smiling, winking emoji?
okay, changes in behaviour may mean the person is developing a mental illness. These changes might be sudden or they may develop over time. You should encourage them to get help from a doctor. They may not want to see a doctor.
And then out of the blue in the chat, Mark Kessler says, my favorite drink was Bacardi 151. Isn't that weird? My favorite drink was Bacardi 151. Where did that come from? Not mine, his. Like, yeah, okay.
You can try to ask for help yourself. You can try to contact the doctor or local mental health services. It also says here, which is an important point, it is very important that you look after your own mental health.
Carrie Ann says, so fifth, if the police show up and the person won't go, is there nothing they can do, even if they are clearly unstable? Elmer the intern says, Connie, she asked if we had 5150 in the state, LOL. Secular, focus, okay? Secular, focus or leave. This is important.
As well, when you're dealing with someone else with a mental health problem. Very, very important. Very important. Okay. What are the signs that someone might need help? We all go through stressful events from time to time that can change our
doing what you're doing right now, Amy.
normal behaviour. Short-term changes to behaviour are common. We may feel more stressed, angry or sad. These feelings are not always signs of mental illness. But changes in behaviour can be a sign that the person is developing a mental illness. You may notice that they start to behave differently. You may see a change over a short time or over a number of months. Okay. I think we've pretty much gone. This is just a different part of the page, but I think we've.
Yeah, so she's just trying to incite people and tell them why they should use the police as weapons with fake calls.
Pretty much gone, like have suicidal thoughts, eat more or less, memory problems,
They eat more or less. Wow. So if somebody eats more or less,
problems, less able to cope with work or studies. This is an important one. Not want to be around other people. Not want to be around.
Okay. So what does that mean?
Other people. Sleep too much or too little. Self-harm. Have mood swings. Try to start arguments. Be irritable. Be anxious. Okay. So how do I encourage a person to get help? If the person is over the age of 18, they can't be forced to have treatment they don't want. They can only be forced to have treatment if they are detained under the Mental Health Act. You can try to help the person by encouraging them to get help from their GP. A GP can give treatment for some symptoms of mental health conditions, or they can refer the person to a psychiatrist. The person might not want to visit the doctor because they don't think they are unwell. They don't think that the doctor can help.
This is craziness. That depends, Carrie. Peace officers often fill out the petition for evaluation, which is completed by two physicians in the ED. Someone has to be the petitioner. Ali says, in Canada, if the police show up and you say you're not going to harm yourself, they can't do anything. This happened to me a few months back. I was literally falling down, but he couldn't do anything. Wow.
They don't understand that they need help. They might feel too embarrassed or frightened to talk to a doctor. Here's some thoughts which may help you. Try to bring up the subject when you are both relaxed and have time to talk.
Carrie Ann says, Ollie, is that when NetNet did the well check on you? Oh my God, wait a minute. Wasn't it Bobbles who did that?
Be aware if the person has delusions or hallucinations. For them, these things are really happening. Some things that you could tell the person are stress, anxiety, or other symptoms seem to be making it hard for you to cope as well as usual, and a doctor could help. You could also say, I can go with you to the doctor.
She said, yes, Carrie. Malibu was on the panel with me.
Disappointment to support you. You could also say mental health problems can be treated. They might be worried they will have to go to hospital. This is unlikely if they get treatment. Doctor's notes are confidential. This means the doctor can't share information with anyone.
I can't believe they're giving out medical information, medical
unless they agree
this
to
kind
it.
of
The
stuff.
doctor may have to share information with others if they feel someone is at risk of harming themselves. Um,
I think she might have hid the chat. She hid the chat. Yeah, it is, right? Yes, it is, Riley. Yes, it is, Riley. Aussie Amy. You're right, Nino. Yes, all of you guys. Bullies, Sandra. Yep, yep, yep. All of them. You guys are all right.
did you want me to get into? There's also little subsections of um, persuading someone to speak
Looks like she removed the fucking chat because she knew how incriminating this shit is.
to a doctor, what to expect from your doctor, supporting someone with a mental illness, and it goes into the mental health act.
That's okay because you know something, Amy. YouTube will be compelled to release your chat room records. You can hide it all you want, Amy. Hiding it because when you made your stupid video the other day, and read your comment like this, and you're doing this to somebody and right? Like that, trying to incite hatred for me just by reading something that I had wrote in a snotty tone. That's how you portrayed my voice to be when I left a community post directing people towards this witch hunt. Okay? And now you want to pretend that it wasn't about anybody specific, and you want to hide it, and you want to keep thinking that what Riley said right here, this is also signs and symptoms of a person being mentally and emotionally abused by a narcissistic sociopath. What you are. What you are. You're true, Crystal. True. Not just me, though. Us. All of us. But you are right there. They're trying to make me live in fear. To make me live in fear. To make NetNet live in fear. To make anybody who supports me live in fear. And I'm not trying. It's not about me. It's about any target that they were to get. But imagine if we were children and my character as an adult wasn't established yet, and I wasn't this strong. Man, what about the people who aren't strong and they do this to them? We're strong. We're warriors here. Hello, Connie. Thank you, you guys.
The person won't get help. What can I do? If the person does not want to get help or see a doctor, it says here that you can ask for help yourself. So you can talk to the doctor yourself if you know who they are. You can give some examples to, this is the person's doctor they're talking about here. What do you think would you suggest getting someone a wellness check if you're really worried and family members aren't doing anything? Yeah.
Mm. They are weak bullies. Honey, can't believe she removed her fucking her chat. That's not so fucking.
Yeah, she do need a doctor. I definitely agree. Yeah, definitely. No.
My neighbor was Hanny. Who's Hanny? Hannibal Lecter? Who's Hanny?
Personality differences, medicating. Yeah, I do too. Yeah, she do need a doctor.
I think it is a good idea just to be safe, even if law enforcement can't do anything. It starts a paper trail. Moonchild, I'm telling you now. Mm-mm-mm. Honey. Oh yeah, honey. Well, of course, secondly. Honey. Mm-hmm.
You reckon, Jay? I don't reckon that. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I probably have to disagree with that. Personality difference, like seeing things, hearing things, smelling things.
Can you believe that she took her fucking chat down because she knew we were fucking watching and how incriminating it was? Thank you. I appreciate that.
I find that it helps just to ask them whether they would like to help. If they say no, try not to get upset, not to accuse them of being lazy, and don't ask them at different times on the same day. When you ask, be careful not to put them under too much pressure to do these things. Um, you might find that it helps just to ask them whether they would like to help. If they say no, try.
Oh, really? Interesting. That's interesting,
Your relative
honey.
might have sent you a letter, email, or text message that worries you. Now, in this day and age, this is a big one. So I think when we're talking about people's behaviour,
Hmm. No. Okay, Cassidy. To see what you were saying a couple of days ago. That was interesting when you pull them up and they're fucking talking some
I'm
shit.
live. I'm alive. Luna, you have, oh my God, love, you are so right on about that. When someone is already in a dark spot. Okay, Tina Marie, thank you so much, hon, for stopping by and have a blessed day, love. Personally attacked this woman and she offed herself. That is against the law. It has to be against the law. But, I just don't get it. I just get it. I just don't get it at all. Luna, you have, oh my God, love, you are so right on about that. When someone is already in a dark spot, meeting the wrong person here on YouTube can be fatal. Yes.
Yep, and a lot of people meet the wrong person on YouTube, huh?
Yes. Because um,
She just forgot
it's
what she was
easy to
saying.
get mixed up with the wrong person on YouTube. You know, I've
Luna says, people think that words online won't affect, but they do. Gee, you think so, Luna? Oh, come on,
I've made
secular.
some
You
mistakes.
always do.
I've done it. And I've kicked myself in the ass. One, why didn't you use your, why didn't you go by your gut?
Mm,
Yes, words online affect you. And
we're just shifting through here.
I talked about rainbows and unicorns. Somebody's going to do something.
People create the circumstances to cry victim. Oh, Munchie says, I think there's people who play both sides, like secular last night. Oh, how coincidental. Wow, that's a coincidence, huh? Wow. Luna says, Munchie, did you know your name offends other people on a YouTube creator? I guess it's Traveler Girl Lou. I don't know anything about that, but yes, Luna, SG
What
is
the hell?
offended by everyone and everything. So she was already talking shit about me even before I knew. What the fuck, man?
Hmm.
That's crazy. I don't know. Secular. Don't fucking start pulling your munchie shit over here. Don't do it, secular. Please, don't. You skate thin ice with me. She's just sitting there staring, not saying anything. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why did she just sit there?
People take things and twist them, and then you run off and make a whole shit show out of something that wasn't nothing. You know what I'm?
Like, this stupid bitch can't fucking realize that I talk about that fucking munchie shit all the time. And it's all through your fucking chat. You're a fucking bitch. They're calling me munchy, 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 munchy over and over again in your chat. They're using your platform to make fun of the Munchausen thing. And you think it's okay, Traveler Girl. And all they say is nastiness about me. I don't hate on people or start drama, but I do like to protect my friends who get bullied, nor will I let anyone bully me. I agree. Some chats are all about bashing people. That's all they do. Their entire chat is about nastiness. Like 7 times right there in that one little segment of your fucking chat replay, I get called Munchie. I hope that we can persevere all together with each other. With each other. I'd be
Saying
nowhere without you guys. Munchie, do you need prayers? Hello, Ganjan. Hi, I'm about. Munchie says, I've seen him do it before. He likes to see women fight, and he starts to fight.
I gave him the benefit of a doubt.
Yes, Crystal. It's a nasty fucking. Yeah. But I don't have
Absolutely, gone John.
but I don't even have Munchausen, you know?
Absolutely. Being straight up is better than fucking, and I don't think it's cool.
I think it's sexy that you're called Munchie. I don't think it's cool.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna stop fucking around here. I got don't matter is saying this SG. I've got Munch. I've got don't matter saying that Munchie is Munchausen or Munch.
Says Andrea, you are a beautiful woman that is super sweet. Normally your chats are interesting and laid back, but you have a person modded whose name is intended to refer to SG having Munchausen. Thank you, don't matter. I appreciate that.
She's SG. I mean,
Munchie said that's me, creating a stock account to troll them.
What's going on? Just stop.
It's not me. Doesn't she get it? If she does have cancer, they're trying to get her to relapse or to have stress or something.
Not going crazy over kissing and shit. My God, I'm about. Look, I'm gonna go make me a cup of coffee.
Whoever don't matter said, I think SG is vile, but that's the fact. I'm not here to start trouble. I just think if you knew the truth, you wouldn't allow it. Sorry. I appreciate their candor. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. I'm in shock. I'm always in shock, but it is what it is.
Okay.
It's cyberbullying. It's cyberbullying. Whether it was me or we were watching it the other night when NetNet was being, saying that she had somebody in her room that was harassing her. in the back chat, and that they came in and said, "You said SG, you wanted SG." I won't even repeat the words. They were awful, and the things that was said to her in her back chat were awful. And I won't even repeat them. Um, I think it's all something that has started 20 years ago in society where it didn't get nipped in the bud when they started bringing about the social media platform. Good night, Secular. I don't mind a shot of chilled Black House every now and then, though. Is that what it's called? Black House? It's like a raspberry schnapps or a blackberry schnapps, and it's chilled. Good stuff. Good stuff. Um, I think we do think in a we all think in our own minds, but I think it has a lot to do with something inside of people. Some people are more enlightened than others. They open their mind's eye. I think it has something to do more like mystical and a mystical sense that being in touch with the bigger picture, uh, being curious, wanting answers. Even when it comes to going to somebody's channel to watch. Mine was good. How was yours? Not your baby doll. When it comes to going to channels and watching and making decisions based on your own opinion, being smart enough to know, you know, what to put out there by watching, reading a room, and reading what room you want to be part of. I mean, what group of friends you want to have. Those people over there would turn on her in a second if she decided, I like what they're talking about in there. Say one night she liked what we were talking about. She decided she wanted to join in. They'd jump on her like white on rice. Like white on rice. And then she'd realize, unfortunately, the hard way, those are not friends. They're not friends. And we're okay with those decisions, those people going to those rooms to find, you know what I mean? We are, because it's not a personal vendetta. This is a more of a movement. It's a movement of people that are being scared, tired of being scared. When there's whole live streams that are ran, focusing on trying to get somebody 5150, that's a horrible thing. What is crazy about me just wanting them to practice one of the first lessons that we all were taught, probably, which is if we don't have something nice to say, then just don't say anything at all. Go where you like and say kind things and be wonderful. Mhm. Well, I think I'm gonna I might come back later, but I'm gonna take a break for a little while. But I love you guys, and I don't know what beluga whale is talking about. I don't know. We weren't going there with that. We're not afraid of anybody, but we want people to not be afraid either. Like little kids. Like say somebody was being raised by those people, you know, and and going to school with your friend's little kid. And all of a sudden, I mean, maybe tonight we'll refresh over that. I think later I am gonna do some kind of a little refresher of why we're doing this and whose names we're doing it for. Whose names we're doing this fight for. People who can't speak for themselves anymore. Too late. Too late for them. Peace, love, and tacos, you guys. Enjoy that wine.